Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to all my Authortube lesbians, or to all my witches, warlocks, writers, and wanderers. It is Friday, June 6th, 6/6 of 2005. Kind of creepy. Next year, today's date might not be the best day. Today's already proving that. Anyway, I am KibbyRose. I am Authortube's lesbian psychic stoner. Today is Fun Day Fridays, where we do psychic readings and everything else. Tell me what kind of day it's been without telling me what kind of day it's been. My ring light died 2 minutes before I live stream. So I'm going to run the opener. I'm going to finish fixing things behind the scenes real quick. And yeah, we're going to get on with it because I've got a list and I've got a couple things to share because tarot cards. So we are doing it today. All right, so we all know how crazy of a week it's been because, yeah, how many people have asked me for psychic readings today? Like all my clients like flooded me in the last 2 days and was like, "You're doing psychic readings on Friday, right?" And it's like, yeah, okay. So I have my list, guys. It's first come, first serve. Literally, that's how I had to do it. So that's how we're running it around here. But I have a couple questions to answer for Amy. I have a small mini haul to share. And then, yeah, and we're still doing sprints and sprints and stuff because I will explain what I'm working on when we get there. But for right now, for my clients, I have a couple of clients. Where are you? Give me my list. Give me my list. Okay, so Bruce and Jenna, Bruce, I've never read for you. Jenna, it's been a minute. So these are the 3 decks that I work with. The Crystal Spirit is one of them. The next one is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then the other one is Alice in Wonderland. Now, I have many other decks. Why I work with these. Out of the umpteen decks I have, these 3 seem to be the most that are attuned to. Most men actually attuned to The Nightmare Before Christmas. Most women attuned to the Alice in Wonderland. And the neutrals, or the very powerful, like psychics, most of my students actually attune to the Crystal Spirits. So those are coming up. And for the clients that flooded me, since I had about 15 requests, the ones that I have on the front side is Bruce, JB, Amanda, Stacy, and Jenna. On the second row, I have Brian, Alex, Amanda, or sorry, not Amanda, Amy, and Judas, which Judas, you're supposed to be on the other one, but you never responded to me. So if you respond to me, yeah, we'll go there. Anyway, I do have some rants and raves to go through as well, you guys. So list things and stuff. On to the third thing. This is just I went to the Dollar Tree because I needed to grab a couple things. And it's not very often that I go to the Dollar Tree and I end up finding everything that I need. So I wanted to share this because I wanted to show off because I was just kind of, if you haven't been to the Dollar Tree recently, I know there's a lot of people that are like, I'm not going back there. They're up to $1.25 now or whatever else. But guys, this I understand why they raised their prices a little bit, and I understand why they have the $5 and the $10 sections now. They've got some really good stuff, and they're kind of hitting that gap that Big Lots used to fill. That's right between the Walmart and Target quality stuff. So a couple of things I picked up, and these are just these are required for everything. For if I go out in public on a sunny day, if I go clubbing, around here, around the house, just to disperse the air freshener. But the fans, they had, I have to admit, the Dollar Tree here in Spokane had such a variety of fans. So I got quite a few that I love. This one's probably my favorite, with the butterflies. And then, of course, I had to, because it is Pride Month. And that kind of, I'm going to go into a little rant about Pride Month because I have to share my opinion on it. So I had those. And then the next thing I got was, if you all are bath takers, I highly recommend these bath bombs. I wish I could find this aromatherapy company online. I've looked, I can't. Their bath bombs have surpassed, they're not the best looking of things, but here's the thing. The smell of lavender that radiates from the bath and then lingers throughout the entire house. I don't know what it is that they use with, what lavender they use with these bath bombs, but it's the best lavender bath bombs I've ever had. And then the next thing I have were, and I think this is smart that they're finally coming out with these. They're dual packaged now of the under eye patches. I love these things just because, like, when I'm playing, when I sit down and do my video games or whatever for a couple hours just to relax, these are so nice to put under the eyes. I keep them in my little mini refrigerator, and the cooling of it. Some people use it to soak in the under eye cream. I've never actually known what these were for. They just showed up on the market and I started using them, and like, I just love them. So retinol is one of them, and then vitamin C is the next one. And then the last little thing I got were, these are also my favorite. These little foot, what are they called? Foot masks. So basically, I don't like people touching my feet all that much. I used to always go get pedicures. It still bothered me when they touched my feet. I just liked the way my feet looked afterwards, so I put up with it. But I found these give the same look and feel after a pedicure. You just put them on, you wear them for a minute, you take them off, you wipe all the dead skin and everything else with them, you rinse your feet off, and very luscious. And considering it's summer now, and I'm in Spokane, so y'all best believe I've been wearing snow boots for the last like 6 months. Your heels get pretty rough, so we're gonna be doing that soon. So before we jump into our first sprint, I'm going to answer Amy's question. And Amy, the best way that I could do it was just for me to pull up. So first of all, I am doing psychic. And now my spare ring light just died. So we are going to, I guess, just function without a ring light today. It's okay. We'll deal. All right. So this is me in all my glory without any lights. How much does a ring light make a difference? There you go. But we are going to do this real quick. So Amy was asking, I'm going to take this off for a second. Amy was asking, because I mentioned what kind of desk I wanted, and she said, what kind of desk is $700? Well, I wanted to show you guys, because this is actually the collection that my credenza is this Ashley Furniture Raylene collection. And the reason that it's $700 just for it's actually more than $700. And that's kind of why I'm responding, because she was like, what desk is $700? And I said, actually, what I want is more than $700. But just the desk is $700. So here's the answer to your question, Amy. This is the bookcase I want to go right back there. And then this is the desk that I want. And as you can see, it raises up. So basically, I would be able to stand up and work. And tell you the truth, when you're sitting and editing for hours, especially videos, being able to stand up and work and maybe walk around and just, because there's a lot of listening involved when it comes to editing photos or editing videos. So this was something that I was looking at. And the setup I have already, the giant credenza, that is what the monitor and everything is sitting on, is basically right behind here. So I'm sitting here, and that's why this works perfectly, because here's the side desk, as you can see, and then that way I'd actually have drawers and stuff. And yeah, anyway, but $769, honey. I told you. For some reason, I have really expensive taste, but this Ray Lynn collection is my absolute. I had at one point this entire bedroom set and the vanity, but and the bench, but I lost it all when I escaped from. This is what I had to give up to save myself when I left the domestic situation in Tennessee. So for all of you that came to my channel originally, way back when in 2021, you'll recognize the headboard on this, because come on, that headboard was my backdrop for the longest time. And yeah, for the longest time. Zoom in. There we go. That was the headboard. That was my background for the longest time. And I actually did the work. My desk at the time is now also the credenza that I have, but it is, where are you? No, sorry guys, I clicked on the wrong thing. Actually, they might not even sell it anymore. They might not even have it anymore, because it was part of this home collection down here. And I don't even see it. So, but yeah, this is the collection I wanted. But as to answer Amy's question, that's why, honey, that's why it's $800 or $700, if not more. So we are going to jump into a sprint real quick. So I'm going to add this here. We're going to turn this back on. So we are going to do a 20-minute sprint straight out, because it's going to break up these 2 hours a lot easier for me to be able to do the psychic readings. So yeah, we're going to do 20, 20, 20. If we can. If the psychic readings take too long, then it's just going to be 2020. But I figured I'd do it this way, because at least we could get 40 minutes in if the readings take too long. And guys, with the way things have been recently, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if these readings take a little bit longer. So, hey, we'll be in and out since it's dinner time and TGIF. It's bedtime. It's been a long week. I do agree. May send you a message. That is be my guest. I have a feeling that, why do I have a feeling? Because I've opened up channels that we might not be able to do what we want to do tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go spend some extra money that I didn't plan on spending to go replace a ring light. Yay. Anyway, 20 minutes on the clock. And I will see you all in 20 minutes. All right. And in 3, 2, 1, and sprint. And All right, that's the end of that sprint. Oh, I didn't mean to do a stretch and save. That just kind of happened. All right, so for anybody who's new to our channel, hi, hello, welcome. Just to let anybody here that's new know, I am doing psychic readings for my clients, my current paying clients. I'm hoping to get up to 500 subscriptions by the end of the year so I can start doing readings through the channel. So if you're new here, like, subscribe, hit that little ringy bell so that in the future, when hopefully I can get up to 500 subs, that way you guys can pay through YouTube instead of paying through other apps, and it just makes things a lot easier. So on that note, to anybody who is also new, if you want to try me out for free, summer solstice, June 20th, we will be doing psychic readings for free for the summer solstice. Other than that, current readings are for all my paying clients. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So again, for the list that we're going through, go ahead, if you're here, making a mess already, go ahead and put your work progress in the chats. I forgot to mention that when we went to our sprints, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to say what I was working on, and that everybody's working on something. So I am editing the video footage that I created from when I moved my office. So that's what I am doing, voiceovers. So that's what I've been working on. Cora, hello, ate food and got 36 words with lots of interpretations. Interruptions. No, lots of interruptions. No, I take it your mini stitch is being a mini stitch today. I understand. I get that. Hello, SR Kish. You are new. Hello and welcome to our lovely stream. Before I go into our little psychic readings here, tarot card readings, psychic readings, I do want to preface something because I am part of the community. Here's my, and I've had a couple people ask for my opinions. There are 3 being mini stitches today. It's the energies going on right now, honey. Truthfully, I could be being an absolute raging bee right now, but I'm trying really hard not to be. My little rant about this. No, it doesn't bother me all that much that Pride Month isn't as like, I don't have a problem that rainbows aren't taking over the world anymore. I'm actually quite comfortable with it. I've been a lesbian since, gosh, what, 90? I think I came out in like the 92 is when I came out. I know older lesbians. My ex, actually, both of his moms were lesbians. So I've known lesbians for a long time. We've been around for a while. We never wanted this whole, like, give us an entire month, we're special people, give us special recognition. It was just more that we wanted to be acknowledged. So no, I don't have a problem that they're not shoving pride flags down everybody's throats anymore. I think a lot of people forgot that Juneteenth existed before Pride Month. Father's Day existed before Pride Month. There seems to be a lot of things that were put on the back burner that are a little bit more important than Pride Month. So no, I don't have a problem with it. I always just wanted to be acknowledged as living, as existent. I never wanted my agendas or my theories or my thought processes or even my sexual preferences to be first of all, displayed the way they're displayed, and second of all, be shoved down anybody's throats the way they have been the last couple of years. So to answer a very controversial question, there's your answer for you. No, I don't have a problem with it. I'm happy with it. I will display my flags because I want to display my flags. It's just kind of like having pride in America. If you want to display your national flag, then display your national flag. If you want to display your pride flag, display your pride flag. We don't need special acknowledgement to just exist. We just wanted to be acknowledged that we exist, really. Or at least that's what I thought the concept originally was about. Anyway, so I've got like I said before, I'm going to repeat it again just in case. The paying clients that I'm reading for, since 15 of you came in. And if I don't cover your readings live, I will do it the old way where I record your readings and I send them to you. So don't worry, just because I'm not like Microsoft Office where I take your money and don't give you the services that you paid for. Can you tell I'm still a little bitter about that? Anyway, we've got Bruce, then JB, then Amanda, then Stacy, then Jenna. Row B is Brian, Alex, Amy, and Judas. Judas, I need you to text back to me because truthfully, if you don't text back to me, I'm not going to say it on here, but if you don't text back to me, we can't fix it. I can't do the reading. So, Bruce, Nightmare Before Christmas. I need to get my crystal to cleanse. So hold up, guys. I had put it on my other altar to cleanse itself because this is just the public altar. My real altar, sacred altar, doesn't come on camera. So I needed to grab my crystal because it needed to recharge. So, Mr. Bruce, you just wanted a general. And you said general, but a focus on work. And we're actually going to focus on business, which can be work, but your angels just came in strong with that. So, Mr. Bruce. Okay. So, getting some interesting read on this. Okay, so they're basically telling, like, I'm kind of surprised. I think you're coming in just for a check. I kind of wish you were in here. I think that's why you're not in here, but your angels are referencing that you're just checking to make sure that you're doing everything appropriately and correctly. Yes, I did just realize we don't have enough room. All right, so. Ooh. Okay. So it looks like, okay, whatever is happening is beyond your control, number one, because the first card that they're bringing up is the Empress in reverse, but this is a major Arcanon card, and if it's starting your path, that literally the reading, it means that the entire overarching energies in this you don't have any control over. So then we've got the Two of Presents in reverse, and then we've got the Eight of Potions in reverse. Remember, guys, just because it's in reverse doesn't mean it's a bad thing, okay? Sometimes some cards in reverse you want it are good, all right? So we've got the Empress first, which is a very powerful card, and also indicates a very strong feminine influence. All right, so in reverse, you're being too hard on yourself. You have been feeling self-critical lately by beating yourself up about perceptive failures, and flaws won't help. Be patient and give yourself room to make mistakes. These are learning opportunities. So your angels are that makes a lot of sense why your angels are like, we don't understand why he's panicking so much. We don't even know why he's coming for a check-in. Everything's fine. So this might be one of those things where whatever is influencing this situation, this doubt of yours, it's not your doubt to be carrying, and you don't need to be carrying it. So, and I have a strong feeling there's a female influence that's causing self-doubt in you. Let's see what the rest of the cards say, and we'll go from there. So the Two of, come here. Come on, baby. Thank you. Two of Presents in reverse. You're struggling to manage your time, money, or energy, and it's starting to affect you negatively. If you have too much on your plate, reevaluate your communications, analyze your expenses and cash flow, delegate tasks, and make meaningful changes that will create balance in your life. Bruce, your new client for me, I kind of wish you were in here. I'm getting the feeling that this is one of those. This is like the third time I've seen this in a reading. I'm getting the strong influence that wifey is maybe not allowing you to make the best financial decisions, and she's causing a lot of stress. Well, it might not even be wifey. So whatever female is causing you negative influence and stress over everything, tell them to back off, because number one, what is going on right now is kind of out of your control. There's not much you can do. And number two, them creating more stress for you is a bigger problem. So we've got the Eight of Potions in reverse. Reversed indicates you have a choice to make. Something in your life has reached a tipping point. Will you tough it out, or is it time to move on? Only you will know the answer, but sometimes it's best to let sleeping dogs lie. Bury the past and move on. It's not your wife, it's your boss. Female, there's a okay, so Bruce, there's a female in your management upper team. If you're trying to move forward in your company, Bruce, and you're like, you're happy where you, now I can, wow, okay, I'm getting a lot more information of this. Okay, so you're basically, your angels are happy with where you are because you're stable. You have a job, you have a wife, you have a house, you have everything. You don't, because you are very critical of yourself and you have a very strong drive to succeed. I'm seeing that you're putting the pressure on yourself to become bigger or more within your company. However, there is a female up in management that is like, no, he doesn't need to go anywhere. He doesn't need to rise up. He doesn't need to excel. Your angels are basically with this last card saying, look, you can stay where you are and be happy. But if you've reached the tipping point and you're not happy, even though everything is set up where on the other side, they're like, you should be. But I can understand this because I've kind of been in the same boat. And your angels are basically telling you that they have your back. If you need to change directions, they've got your back and they'll help you along the way. Even though that they don't think it's necessarily the greatest idea, because you staying steady is, but they understand. Like, one of the reasons that you got to where you are now is because you had the drive to get to where you are now. And for them to think that just because you got to where you are, that this drive is just going to suddenly disappear, I get it. So, JB. So it sounds like you have a decision to make. If you want to move on, start looking for other options. My suggestion would be this: start shopping around if you're unsure. See what other options are out there and available. Your angels, if they want you to go a certain direction, will guide you accordingly. Just have faith and trust, and don't make any big drastic moves until you lay foundation, which from what they're showing me, you wouldn't do this anyway, which is why you're where you are. Yeah, just lay the foundations like you normally would before you move. So then we're going to cover JB, and then we're going to go right into another 20-minute sprint. So JB, girlfriend, love, relationship. That is exactly what I'm getting. All is not as it seems. No. Okay, JB. A couple months ago, I remember I did a reading for you where I think it was something along the lines of like, stay out of relationships for now, or something along those lines. Like, I'd have to go back. I need to go look at my notes. I should have looked at my notes, but honestly, I didn't think this would be involved. So let's look at this, because see what the cards have to say, but I'm literally hearing, and oh wow. Okay, so oh wow, I'm just gonna say this. You can't start afresh by repeating a pattern. Old habits cannot be renewed as new. Just because you're trying to do the old just because you're trying to do the old relationship a new way doesn't make the energies within the relationship new. So let's see what the cards have to say, because, yeah. I'm feeling like that you got back with the next girlfriend, hoping that because there was enough time between, that she had changed enough to not like what you, that she changed enough that that underlying issue that you didn't like isn't going to be there anymore. And they're showing me that, no, it's still there, and you're gonna end up, yeah. So we've got Bix Bite. We've got Sunstone. Ooh. And then Numenite. I'm just going to say it that way because I like it that way. All right, so we've got, these are all new. I've not had a single one of these yet. So number 9. Did I turn straight to it? No. Turn to 7. Okay. Drive, courage, full speed ahead, spirited actions, which is what you were doing with the relationship. 55. 55. Freedom, breaking through obstacles, the power to overcome limitations, knowing you can do it. This is when they're referencing that basically you're trying to, repeating the same pattern and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. And they're referencing that you're starting to figure this out, is what that card is. Knowing you can do it. Freedom, breaking through obstacles, the power to overcome limitations, understanding that certain things are going to stay certain ways and they're not going to change. So 38, achieving self-mastery, inner power, recovering your sense of self. Taking back your own power. So I would need you, I'm going to check with you later because I know you're going to come in here and watch this as soon as this is over. If you got back with your ex-girlfriend expecting different results and you're figuring it out, or you've got that feeling like nothing's changed, it's got a different snake skin, but it's still a snake, you are absolutely correct. And they're referencing that you need to take back the self-power that you had when you ended the relationship in the first place. So, on that deep and heavy note, we are going to slide into a 20-minute sprint. And I didn't want to have to leave the house and run errands this weekend. So thank you, Ring Light, for making me have to leave the house this weekend. Anyway, bringing this back up, we're going to go whoop. All right, so 20 minutes on the clock. Amanda and Stacy, you two are after this next sprint. So I will see you all in 20 minutes. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and sprint. And that's at 18 minutes. We're going to try that again. There we go. And then I'm going to mute myself. All right, that was the end of that sprint. Let me know if you're still rolling with us on your progress of work. I was able to get a couple voice. Well, I did quite a few things actually. I finished the editing of the videos. Went and got a little bit more B-roll for the videos because yeah, I needed B-roll. Did voiceover for the first half of the video. Up to the 2-minute mark on voiceovers. So I'm trucking right along. Next up, we have Amanda and Stacy for their readings. So we're gonna hop right into that. All right. So Amanda, you actually asked for the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. So that is the deck that we're going to use. And since we already did a reading on it, we're going to cleanse those. Okay, Amanda, you are asking in regards to your relationship and your marriage. So shuffle for me. What is going on here? I have like conflicting energies going on. Okay, there's something weird going on with you, Amanda. Do I know you like personally? Hold on. So 270 words with 3 mini stitches jumping around next to you. Now putting the baby to bed. Oh, good luck with that. Hopefully it's been one of those days that as soon as the baby hits, like the bed hits, pillow hits bed, they'll be like, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's send some sleepy energy to Miss Cora's mini stitch in order for her to actually be productive tonight, shall we? Because we need to be productive tonight. Anyway, we're going to try this again for you, Amanda, because, yeah, that was weird. They're not, the cards are not wanting to shuffle. That's the problem I'm facing here. Like, they're not wanting to shuffle. It's almost like my angels don't want to do this reading for you. Wow, guys, come on. Like, I've recognized it's frustrating energy. Okay, can we shuffle the cards, please? Thank you. Well, okay. This card came out. You saw me drop it. This is the overarching card. My reaction when I picked it up was because it was face down when I picked it up. I did not, because literally as I was picking it up, they said overarching energy. I don't like the picture on the front, is what I'm saying. So Knight of Needles is the overarching energy. We've got the sun in your first position, which is a good thing. That means when this started, you were happy and bright and joyful. However, we've got the Two of Potions in reverse, and then we've got the Page of Presents. So, I feel like your marriage is on the rocks, and I don't want to be presumptuous about this kind of reading because this is when it's hard. You might have married for the wrong reasons. Wow. Literally, that never happens, you guys. Amanda, what is going on with you? That never happens. Flipped straight to it. Okay, so your overarching is the Knight of Needles has a smooth, devil-may-care, cavalier attitude. He's clever and quick-witted and has the maturity and focus to back up his brilliant ideas with decisive action. Put your energy into maintaining the pace of your forward momentum and stop at nothing to see things through. Well, yeah, I'm hearing that you married for life, and they're referencing that just because times got tough, you're supposed to push on through this and go and get through this. I'm definitely hearing that this has more to do with maybe you shouldn't assume that things are going to be the way that you want them to be. And I was going to use an analogy like the grass is green where you water it, or the grass is green on the other side. And it's not even that. They're referencing that if you don't choose the right pasture to even plant the grass in, you're not going to have grass growing. So the next card is the sun. So if you've been sad or troubled lately, the sun is a sign you're about to feel a very positive shift in your life. Remember, this is the past. I'm going to remind you, this is the past. This is what you've already done. Okay, I just want to reiterate that. Use the rejuvenating energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. There's so much enthusiasm in this tarot card. It signifies a powerful time for inspired brainstorming. The words that jumped out at me as I read that for you, Amanda, were energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. And nothing about partner, nothing about relationships, nothing. So, is it driving me crazy that my ring light died? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely it's driving me crazy. Am I going to stop my stream just because my ring light died? I almost did. But I'm not that easily. It's not that easy to sway me. Okay, so Two of Potions. Two of Potions in reverse. And this is current. Have things been feeling a little off between you and someone important in your life? Okay. Examine your own needs and motivations. How do you really feel about this relationship? Are you being honest, compassionate, and supportive? Are they? Give yourself time to reflect, take a deep breath, and try talking things out. If equilibrium can't be reached, moving on alone may be the best course of action. I think, and as I was reading that, your angels started throwing in this card, like overarching card, overarching energy. This is why we brought this out. They don't want you to move on alone. There's something about this where you made a promise, and wow, there's something about this where like you made a promise or a deal or something to the angels or something on the other side, that if this relationship and marriage and whatever came to fruition, that you would be satisfied. And basically, I'm hearing that if you don't try to make this work out, if you decide that you're not satisfied and you move on alone, the negative karma that will come down on you is not something I think you could survive alone. So, Page of Presence. Am I saying also that that means to go out and find somebody new before you ended this relationship? No. But you're not going to make it on your own if you try to leave this. So, Page of Presence, right side up. Have you ever been struck with a great idea when you least expected it? Woken up with a brilliant new scheme or plan for success? The Page of Presence represents someone who is feeling a sudden burst of creative and potentially lucrative inspiration. It's time to bring your brilliant new visions to life. Stay excited for this journey, but be cautious. You never know what surprises might be waiting for you. So I would give whatever's going on time. It looks like something is in the wings that's going to make everything better. I'm wondering if that's why your angels are like, push through this moment, get through it, because even though you have this situation going on, they see what is coming for you and they're hopeful for it. Are they hopeful that whatever's coming will change your perspective on this whole situation? Because from what I'm seeing, you're actually considering divorce. It's a very strong consideration for you, and I hope I'm wrong. But they're referencing that they're hoping that this will save and change your decision on the whole. Wow, this just goosebumps from head to toe. What would happen if you were pregnant again? What if you were pregnant with baby number 2? That might actually I could see how that would be like one of the few things that would literally stop you in the tracks from leaving him. So, Amanda, if you need more, we can talk later. This is one of those readings that I don't mind for free expanding on, because I feel like this is a significant life decision, and I'm not going to leave you hanging. I don't leave my clients hanging in situations like this. So It's been, have faith, Amanda. There's something coming for you that's probably going to save it. Oh, hotless. Hotless or hotness? Hatless? Oh, hatless kitty. Yes, I'm hatless. It's laundry. I actually was going to say something like, I'm not wearing my beanie because it's kind of laundry day. I got piles for tomorrow. It's cleaning day tomorrow, guys. And I normally I do my laundry on the Wednesday before cleaning day on Saturday, but moving, office, other things. So I am hatless today. And can you tell I'm like playing with my hair so much? Just popping in to say hello. Well, hello, Colleen. I have no problem with you popping in and saying hi. You have such great energy, honestly. And I absolutely love it. So 200 kids stepping like, no, we already covered that. So I missed Colleen, I'm sorry, I missed your comment. Anyway, we're going to jump into another 20-minute spread. I'm like, head on straight. No, actually, we're not. Stacy. Wow, that reading really overwhelmed me. I have a lot coming. Like, yeah, can you guys tell that reading kind of overwhelmed me? All right, so on to Stacy, and Stacy wanted her crystal cards. So, and Stacy, you are, that's right, you're checking into, I believe I remember, yes, you're checking in to make sure that your guided meditations are going correctly. So, okay, well, I just heard, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I just heard that shadow work isn't necessarily all positive, and it's not. Shadow work is actually, can be, shadow work most of the time is very dark, very deep, very unsettling. So I'm going to check on you, but yeah, I have a feeling that you thought shadow work was going to be this, ultimately, inevitably, it will be a positive endeavor, but for when you start doing shadow work, no, it's very, it can be very unnerving and unsettling, and I'm feeling like that's what's going on for you. But let's check with the cards and we'll see. Yeah, and shadow work is fairly new for you. Hey, is your trouble? Where are they bringing that in? Oh, yeah. Not all meditations are easy, is what I'm hearing. So it could be exactly as I think they're coming in exactly as I said it was. Oh, look at that. We have that card coming in again. How about that? All right, so we've got Citrine. We've got, I thought, I'm going to call it Dumbledore because that's what I read. That is dumb. I have no idea. If you can pronounce that, enjoy. And the Numenite. So, Numenite. Anyway, let's check this out because, yeah. Oh, and they just flipped that over. So we're going to add hematite to it, and that's not very often that we get 4 cards in a reading, and that's not very often that we literally flip to the page. Anyway, dude, the energies are strong today, you guys, I'm telling you. Okay, so we've got joyful expressiveness and exuberance and happiness, letting go of any and all negativity. Very nice. Okay, and then we've got 21. Ooh. So yeah, in shadow work, a lot of times you're thinking going into, because most meditations are very positive. Most meditations you come out feeling rejuvenated. It's kind of like a massage, or actually no, correction. It's kind of like going into a spa day. However, shadow work is more like a deep tissue massage. It's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. But by the end of it, you're going to be like, oh my God, that felt good. I feel so good. I feel so light. That's usually how you feel after shadow work. All right. So once you've gotten through all of it. The Dumbledore crystal, because I can't pronounce it. Organization, orderliness, clutter clearing, and list making. That's exactly what you're doing in shadow work, or you should be doing in shadow work. If you aren't, yes, you should be making lists. I don't know why that they just came in strong with that you're not making lists in regards to your notes. So of shadow work, and yes, you're supposed to be making notes and lists of things you're supposed to be working on. So number 38. Yeah, shadow work is kind of like a deep therapy. Like you're basically meditating into the dark recesses of your mind that normally are untouched. And then we've got the achieving self-mastery, inner power, recovering your sense of self. And that's what this is. So that you're evidently you're doing exactly like you have the right concept of what the shadow work is. So maybe the hematite number 26 is going to give us some insight as to what is blocking you. So 26, becoming grounded. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I'll explain in a second. Getting back to earth, practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. You're not grounding yourself after you're doing your shadow work meditation. That is what's throwing you off. You are an earth sign. After you do your shadow work, you literally need to go touch grass. Not smoke it. Doesn't work that way. You need to go and touch it. Okay. You need to go outside. You need to touch ground. Even if it's just for a second, even if it's outside your window and you touch ground, you need to go outside and ground yourself after shadow work. That is, yep. And that's why it's not working. So when you're coming out, I just got goosebumps all the way down the side. When you're finished doing your shadow work meditation and you're coming out of it, there's a part of you that's, because you're not grounding, there's a part of you that's staying in it. And this is what's causing your confusion and your distraction and a lot of the overwhelming negative feelings that you're getting. So, Stacy. So yeah, we might need to do a little bit of checking in with ourselves. I actually might need to call you and check in with you and do a grounding session with you just to dispel the negative energies. We'll talk. I'll send you a message. We'll talk. Probably before you even watch this. Anyway. So we're going to jump into our last 20-minute sprint, and I'm glad I did 3 20s. I think that's the way we're going to do it from now on the Psychic Fridays is 3 20-minute sprints instead of 10 and then 3 20s, because I think we're getting more in regards to this. So we're going to jump into 20-minute sprint. I have to remember to run the clock. And yeah, I'm going to be, I'm going to smoke some of the grass. Because, yeah, I'm vibrating. Those last 2 reads really put me on a level, and I need to ground myself. So since I can't jump in the shower, I'm going to go take care of it herbally. I will see you all in 20 minutes. I'm saying that because my camera's going to be off. That was my point. I'll see you all in 20 minutes. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and sprint. And don't get That's the end of that sprint. All right, so you guys already saw me doing it. Stretch, pop, snap, crackle, pop, you know, all of the above. Oh, and there goes my hip. All right, so that is the end of that sprint. I was able to get more voiceovers done, and yeah, and I'm at the 2-minute mark. So I got a whole nother minute of voiceovers done, along with being able to take a personal break because yeah, I needed it. Let me know how you're doing. I know Cora's watching at least. So Cora, how has your progress been? I hope you were able to get one of the mini stitches down. If not, I send you love and I send you peace. Anyway, so on to our third one. Jenna, you are last. So she wanted the Alice in Wonderland deck because I thought this was cute. She's like, I feel like Alice in Wonderland right now. So and I was like, yeah, welcome to my life. If you've seen any of my TikToks, which by the way, all my social medias are linked down below. So follow me on TikTok. I have the personality I show on YouTube is not necessarily the same personality I show on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and everything else. So follow me on all the social medias because you'll get TikToks and different personality sides of me. The TikTok side of me is more my acting, dancing, kind of like my Barbie doll dress up type thing because I am a girly girl in a way. So I just wanted to add that in there. And also, if you're new here, like, subscribe. I'd love to get to up to 500 subscribers so that we could do psychic readings for other people. It's just easier that way. So, Jenna. I do not like that wall that just hit me. Okay. It's not your wall, though. All right, I want to look at this because it's seeming like a lot of the chaos or whatever you're dealing with right now, it's you carrying the weight of somebody else and you need to stop. So obsessing over an ex is the next thing I hear. A trauma-inducing ex that every time you revisit this person, they're re-inducing the trauma and you don't realize it. You think it's a way to remind yourself to stay away. However, they're referencing that you're not realizing that you're setting yourself back to the beginning and restarting the whole healing process. Let's check with the cards on this because, yeah. Wow. All right. So we've got the One of Hedgehogs, the 10 of Teacups, and the Mystery. So we've got the One of Hedgehogs, right side up. We've got the 10 of Teacups in reverse, and we've got the Mystery in reverse. So you heard what I've already said. What I said, and looking at it again, it's confirming what I said was correct. So the ace, the Ace of Hedgehogs. Here we go. In reverse. No, it was right side up. Sorry, upright. Exciting opportunities are heading your way that carry the potential to be very beneficial to you. This could refer to a lucrative new job, a fresh start in a new home, or pursuit of a new goal that could be very profound or profitable. So that was the past. So I'm feeling that was the starting of all this. So 10 of Teacups. Oh, yeah. You were doing better before you started going backwards. So 10 of Teacups is where you are currently. All right. In reverse. Indicates that close personal connections in your life are struggling. It still cracks me up to this day, you guys, when it's just like, isn't this exactly what I saw? Okay. You're no longer seeing eye to eye with family or friends, and the status of your relationship with them is up in the air. Reflect on whether or not the relationship is salvageable. Do you want to work to maintain those bounds, or have them run their course? Or have they run their course? Your angels are trying to tell you that obsessing over your ex is actually what's causing your problems right now. So the mystery. And I can see how you would end up putting yourself back to the beginning if you were trying to end this relationship to move forward. So the mystery in reverse. The Cheshire Cat often leaves Alice feeling confounded and confused. If you're struggling with a lack of clarity, be still and listen to your own inner voice. You don't need outside guidance now. Following your intuition will get you where you need to go. You might have to block your ex or have somebody go through and block your ex for you. I've heard of this happening for somebody before. Basically handing your phone to your friend and telling them, somebody you trust, and telling them, go through all my social medias and block them so I can't find them. Or change their contact in your phone, or whatever. You definitely need to stop obsessing over whatever it is that you're obsessing over in order to move on. Going backwards is literally going to cost you more in the long run than it did the first time. So if you're thinking of getting back with this person or trying to get back with this person, they're referencing that no, this person, that's coming in strong. This person isn't right for you, and it's only going to cause you problems in the long run, just like it caused you the first time around. So, y'all, why does my country accent come out at the end of psychic streams? This happened last time. Anyway, it has been an interesting couple of readings, clients. I have to say, I was hoping that people were doing a little bit better than that, but it is what it is. So, I hope next. I did say, now that I've said that, my angels just kind of referenced to me that they did say that June was going to be the month of lessons learned, and the hammer is coming down in the even months of the year, and that's kind of also what I'm seeing in what is going on right now. Colleen, no wonder you liked my reading last night. Yes. I have a lot of friends that are therapists and personal coaches for exactly this reason, because oftentimes a psychic ends up being more of a therapist, or we are come to when there's problems. And if you think about it, when do you think of going to a psychic? Usually when you're in dire straits and you can't think of any other solution. So yes, I often, a lot of people I meet are at the end of their rope. They are at the end of their means. I remember even one lady coming to me after she had gone to a Catholic priest. So, and the Catholic priest actually recommended that maybe she go see a mystic because she was struggling to believe the priest. I really did help her. She was one of my clients that told me that I actually saved her life. So there's a reason I do this. I do have several people who I'm about to cry. It's also Shark Week. So of course hormones are crazy, but yeah, there's a reason that I do this. As somebody who struggled with being confident or being happy, satisfied with self. Yeah, I find a lot of good in the long term, but most of the time when they come to me, they're struggling, and I don't have a problem with that. I've struggled a lot in my own life, and it was those one or two people that took the time to sit with me and listen and work with me. I mean, Daja, God, Daja and Tim and Daja will forever hold a special place in my life, in my heart, in my mind, because of the fact that she was one of those few people that when I was in absolute, utter calamity, they opened their door for me. They let me sit on their couch. They let me, she was one of the few that would hand me crystals. And I actually have Daja to thank a lot for a lot of getting more into my abilities, because she is a very spiritual person as well. So no, I do this because I hope if I can help one person that was like me not do what I did and not have to learn the hard way what's on the other side, it was worth it. So it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of emotion and love, but I have the stories that definitely make it worthwhile. So, but we are at the end of our stream. So if you'd all like to raise your glass and join with me in the cheers. Again, if you're new here, welcome. Hi, thank you. First of all, thank you and love to my replay crew and to my new subscribers. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And to anybody you're here for the first time, welcome. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Loved it. My goal is 200 by the end of this summer and 500 by the end of the year, because then I can do, what is it called? Super chats, and you can get readings straight here. So on that note, may your angels be strong. May your energies be positive. And may karma be ever in your favor. And I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.